Hi, my name is Dan Evers. I'm an actor, director, and theater professor at Howard College. As someone with over 25 years of experience in the theater and education industry, one thing that I have learned that is most importantly for connecting us as a global unit is the formation of relationships and effectively telling stories that bring us together and make us feel as one. Now, my idea that I think is worth being unleashed at your TEDx event this coming December at Wiley College is the idea of selflessly giving, or something I have coined the Imagine Project. Now, this idea sporadically hit me in all places: a men's restroom in Orange County, California. That's right. A men's restroom was the birthplace of this Imagine Project. Now, as I surveyed the wallpaper, I noticed that the lyrics of the hit song Imagine by John Lennon were spread across the wall. And as I began to read the lyrics, it hit me like a ton of bricks. This world, our global community, could truly live peacefully as one if we did one simple thing: the idea of selflessly giving. Now, this idea definitely had a deep meaning to me as I had recently come back from a surgery for a dear friend of mine. You see, I was lucky enough to be a candidate and a match as a living donor for a dear friend who needed a kidney. And after that surgery, I felt called to spread this idea of giving to our fellow man. And of course, John Lennon's song just seemed the perfect avenue for that, which coined the Imagine Project. Now, Imagine Project is an acronym. The Imagine, or the I, standing for ignite or spark a fire that inspires others to do the same thing. And of course, leading by example is one of the most important things we can do to spark a revolution. And that's exactly how revolutions get started, by people who are fired up about creating change. But it has to be done with the spirit of mental clarity. You see, when we have so many distractors in our life, it's easy to get off track and forget about what's so important, to not focus on inspiring that kind of change. But in an effort to have that mental clarity and to ignite that fire, we have to be able to affect change. And that's one of the most important parts of this project. How do we physically and tangibly make those changes? One of the most critical things is avoiding that idea of procrastination, which, believe me, everyone faces at some point. But it's something that we can definitely overcome. But all of that is completely wasted if the Imagine Project is not practiced in something very specific: genuine spirit. You see, oftentimes we build up resentment or bitterness because sometimes you don't feel like selflessly giving. But when it's done in genuine spirit, not only is this idea infectious, it causes a feeling or a sensation of love and a true connection. And of course, in that genuine spirit, what we are trying to do is illuminate the path that it makes others easier to follow. Because you see, trailblazers oftentimes, they're the ones carving the path for others to be able to follow. And once that path is carved, it's very easy to affect that change, to keep it going. But we have to illuminate the path so that others know how to follow it and how to effectively create change. Of course, in that, we have to learn how to nurture relationships to make this all possible. And finally, we have to empower others to hand off the keys of success, to make them the change makers, because long after time passes, I will be gone. But what is it that I've done in my life to empower others to continue this idea of selflessly giving, to effectively make this world live as one? That is why I believe the Imagine Project, the idea of selflessly giving, is something that is an idea that is definitely worth being unleashed at your event, and is something that I'm very profoundly affected by and hope that I can spread the message of. Thank you so much for your time, and hope to hear from you soon.